King Charles III was admitted to a London hospital today for a scheduled corrective procedure on his prostate.
He's being treated at the same hospital where the Princess of Wales, Kate, is recovering from abdominal surgery. Joining us for more on this is BBC News correspondent Charlotte Gallagher in London. Charlotte, thanks for joining us. So what is the royal family so far saying about the procedure?
Well, we heard this morning from Buckingham Palace. King Charles was taken from his home at Clarence House, which is just steps away from Buckingham Palace. He was driven to the hospital behind me for a scheduled procedure. They're calling it a corrective procedure on an enlarged prostate. Now, it's really unusual, actually, for the King or any member of the royal family to be so open about their health. Often when they're admitted to hospital, we don't really know the details. But this time, the King decided to say what was wrong with him in the hope that it would encourage other men right around the world to get their prostates checked. And he said, actually, before going into hospital, he was really pleased that he had managed to raise a public health awareness about getting prostates checked. So the procedure today is called corrective procedure, as I said, and it's a fairly straightforward procedure. It will be taking place on millions of men right across the world will have those kind of procedures. Usually it takes around 3 days to recover in hospital, so the King could well spend the weekend in hospital, but it's very different for each patient. Now, as you mentioned, the Princess of Wales is also in the same hospital, very unusual situation, and the King actually visited his daughter-in-law before he went in for his own procedure. And we've seen as well Prince William has been to visit his wife, and surely she'll be speaking to her children. And the King as well, he arrived into the hospital today with the Queen. Queen Camilla accompanied her husband when he went in for his procedure this morning.
Do we have an update at all on how the Princess of Wales is doing?
We have no update. What we'll probably hear is when she leaves hospital, and of course you can probably imagine there's lots of photographers, lots of camera crews around her at the moment, that we'll get perhaps footage of her leaving in a car, probably from the back entrance, which is behind the hospital. But what they'll usually say is they'll release a statement when she's home, that she's back home, she's with her family. But we really don't expect her to be back to public duties until Easter, really. She's going to be in the hospital for around 10 to 14 days, and then she's going to be recuperating at home, surrounded by her family, and then probably back in the public eye by Easter. So a much longer recuperation period for the princess as opposed to the King.
All right. Charlotte Gallagher, thank you so much.